Welcome everybody. I am at Mitch on Risk here to stream Group 1, Game 2. We just finished up Game 1. New Zealand, the only one with points. They get a bit of a feed, and a bit of a feed is like the nicest way I can say what just happened. So they get all 18 points. Everybody else on zeros. We start Game 2 here shortly. We've got Destro playing for New Zealand, Bradomite for USA 2, K2 2.1 for Peru. Saudi Arabia has Carpo representing him, Carlos Risk for Venezuela, and the All Consuming representing East Asia. Oh, I guess we'll jump in here. We're almost set. Who are we missing? I think Carpo's just in an alt account. He's verifying now. He'll be green though. Cool, we'll let you know how it goes, don't worry. It was just slowly fading out there. I don't know why the stream ended. Hopefully we'll get going here shortly. It was a setting. Luckily we got Harlow in here today. Spanish. Get us some Spanish translations going on. Brandon might stop streaming for some reason. Harpo is not streaming. Okay, I think Brandon might's jumping back in. Okay, cool. Okay, I think we got everybody. And we're gonna get going here with Game 2 of Group 1. Just a reminder for you people out there that have not watched a billion hours of World Cup Risk like I have. You get 10 points for winning the game. There's no other placement points. You get 5 points for your first bounty, 3 points for your second bounty, 1 point for each additional bounty. You can see New Zealand coming into this game with 18 points. This is game 2 of 3 for the group. The top 3 will move on to semifinals. The team with the highest score out of quarterfinals will get to go directly to finals. So it's a huge advantage. New Zealand in a great position to potentially capture that, especially if they can get another win here. The 4 fourth place teams in quarterfinals will play a winner take all playoff on Monday for the final spot in the semifinals. So we will get going here with Destro for New Zealand, Bradomite for USA 2, K2 2.1 for Peru, Carpo for K2 and Carpo for Saudi Arabia, Carlos Risk for Venezuela, and the All-Consuming, representing East Asia and Japan. We're in an Arctic fixed 70%, 60-second turn timer. Starting now. Good luck to everybody, and we'll see how it goes. So there was a little bit of animosity that was stirred up between the Peru and Saudi Arabian teams in Game 1. So we'll see if any of that carries over. It is different players for each team, so maybe it carries over, maybe it doesn't. But we'll see how everyone feels about it. We are in the Arctic. It is a fixed game, so bonuses can matter. There's one bonus that everyone wants to take on this map, which is the +3. I'll show you where that is. Which can create, there are multiple +3s, but there's one specific here. This +3 right here, which is Greenland, is just these 3 territories. Green, a pretty good spawn for it, especially if white's cool with moving out of the way. But everyone just got mad at green for taking a bonus, so Hawk. We'll see how that works out. The other bonuses, you have the +3 of Scandinavia over here with an interesting blizzard, just taking one territory away, but not really messing up the map. You've got Western Russia here, the +4. You've got a +5 of Eastern Russia, which is this big block. +6 of the Arctic Circle, which no one would ever in their right mind try to take unless your name's Arco, who tried to take it against me. And then North America, +4 over on this side. First in turn position is Da Destro, second K2, third Carpo, fourth the All-Consuming, fifth Carlos Risk, and sixth Bradamite, representing the US of A. Does white get out of the way for green here? We could put in Plasma. You want to put in the map in the Twitch chat so we can see the 70 run? Okay, so Bradamite, we're seeing the end of turn 1 here. Everyone kind of lining up. Yellow mostly in this area with just this small exterior. One strategy you can use on this map is slowly picking off people's exteriors. Although if you do that and Math to Law's playing against you, he gets really mad and starts suiciding into you. So, all right, there we go. We've got, thanks to the Aries bot and Plasma there, we've got the Arctic. See your odds of sets, and then you see your 70% run with blizzards. It's all but 13. Again, this is a fixed 70% game we're playing here in the Arctic. This is the first one we've seen so far in the tournament of these settings. So we'll see how these guys play it. So far, looking like no one's cool with anyone having a bonus. Oh, that is cool. Now you can just type art. You don't have to know how to spell, because sometimes I have no idea what I'm trying to spell. Love the upgrade Aries. Oh yeah, the shorthand is very nice. Like Singser's got USA picked and Plasma's got New Zealand picked as their winners here. White all on this side of the map with just a single exterior. Yellow in this sorry, you're not showing you. Yellow all in this position with one exterior. White all in this position with one exterior. Black's kind of nicely spread out. Blue's nicely spread out in 4 different positions around the map. Or maybe the optimum. No one picked them. Yeah, it's interesting to see how people will play New Zealand here. One strategy is to, let New Zealand have what they want, because you're fighting against the other 5 teams for those 3 spots to move on. One idea is we don't want New Zealand to get any more points because they've already gotten 18. See how they play it. Finishing up turn 2 here with Bradamite for USA 2. He continues slowly taking this Western Russia bonus over on the right side. He'd have to move this 4 down to the 1, and then he would have to hit this 3, and then eventually this 5 and this 1 to actually take the bonus. I don't think he's moving for the bonus, but that's what all he would have to take. He'd have to hit 4 more territories to take it. You can see the bonuses there displayed. Jolie asking if he should have practiced. Maybe. Maybe. Although Pierre just made it look very easy on mobile, so. Conway Castle, definitely a map that you can make mistakes in on pathing. Green and white not going to come to an agreement of who's taking this bonus, it looks like. Green moving more troops in. Sixer's already predicting bounties. Yellow bounty on red, blue bounty on yellow, white killing gray. I hope that happens like that. That'll be super exciting. See, Brent, it would have been cooler if he called them Blizzies. Blizzes is kind of funny too, though. I think it'd be cool if we all started calling them Blizzies. All right, let's listen into the USA turn here.
Because if you're lining up yellow.
Well, you don't want to weaken your 4 too much. Maybe add 1, so
Yeah, you're right.
So you're at least a 4 when you hit.
At least 4 if it's not a 3. Yep. Damn.
And I'm gonna leave the 4 there.
Yep. I would.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of leaves you in 3 positions, but it's at this point in the game, don't matter. It's vast.
Crackle,
Spread apart well enough.
Law, and Bradamite here talking through that USA 2.
Did you get a cavalry?
No, I didn't. I did.
Send dudes.
Talking about their positioning of that 4 and how they're blocking in these other stacks by leaving this 4 here, leaving the 1s to this side. Yeah, Team USA 2. Nobody hitting really anything decent sized yet. A second. Maybe. We get the early 10 trade here from the all consuming. We also saw an early trade from green. We don't think anything crazy is going to happen with those two, but a little bit of a pressure cooker starting to develop here in Greenland. USA staying in 3 spots. Kind of 4, but they're all connected on this side. Blue should feed green here by taking out this 3 stack. It'd be an interesting feed while green's on one card. I don't think white would go through it all, though. A lot of troops. Yeah, potentially. I think the chokiness of the blizzards was the more scary part. Nobody should die, Jolie. I did play this game in a Legends tournament, similar settings. Someone ran the 70 without anyone getting killed, so it is doable. Green just takes a couple territories to move into one big stack here at the back. Okay, so green now with this 1-3 exterior that could easily be plucked, and then the one stack next to white, pointed only at white. White kind of signals black here, but I don't know if it was an official signal to get the 4 out. Nowhere really for that black 4 to go. Yellow points his stack here at blue. Blue adds in that position that just got pointed at. Easy take for Bradamite. Moves back. Bradamite said it'd be a bonus game. Yeah, it's going to differ, I think, game to game. Obviously, the spawn has a huge amounts to deal with it, and then Greenland here, how it spawns, like we saw the multiple stacks spawn here. It was going to be tough for anyone to take it. Also, the blizzards could have some effect. Counting positions, red's in 4 positions. Black is in 4 positions, 5 positions. Black is in 5 positions. Very well guarded. Green just in the 2 positions. No one takes out this 3 exterior. He gets to add to it. He just takes 1 territory and goes. White moves that stack, not wanting to risk green hitting it. Green could have taken the bonus, but doesn't. Yellow in 3 positions. White in 2 positions here in the center, and then this nice exterior. Very possible someone starts trying to figure out a 70 run. Oh, yeah, I definitely need to do that. Thank you. Fully. Thank you. We see just easy takes from the US there. Just keeps taking and moving back. Just a trading spot happening right there. In that spot. This game's got a slow build to it. A lot of people playing very conservatively, which is not surprising. We're playing a no bonus fix game. So a no bonus fix game, you see your troops go up very slowly. You got to find ways to gain the advantage that aren't maybe the easiest things to see because you don't have the different bonuses and such. There's not going to be a big gap in troop number because we're in a no bonus fix game. So you can see the troop counts over here: 45, 42, 41, 43, 40, and 43. Really, really tight. So you can't go kill somebody and have enough troops left over to stay alive. We see a trade on 3 with a 4 trade for Carlos Risk. What do you guys think about that? Why do you think he's trading on 3 with a 4 trade? 4 trade being he has the dudes, so he only gets 4 and fixed for 3 dudes. We see the artillery trade for Bradamite. On 3 also. People getting nervous about, I mean, you don't have to hold cards. It's not like Progressive where you're holding cards. But not making the trades for a 10 trade on 3 is interesting. Bradamite takes an easy take on a different part of the board this turn. Mixing it up a little bit. Moves away from that 9 stack of green. Decided never to take him out of this position. That's interesting. We'll listen in on the next USA turn. Yeah, but he didn't. He added his troops on the very corners of the board. The USA is doing the least amount to try to block up the board, in my opinion. I mean, these big stacks are in corners. It can easily be walked around. And yeah, he opened yellow to go this way. Interesting play. We'll listen in on the USA's next turn and see if maybe we can hear some of the strategy. Yeah. I think the card trading up here made a lot more sense, but yellow stopped trading with him, so he went down to here. But he could have easily traded any of these other spots. Still gave himself a way out. Oh no, are we seeing a red break of green? Oh boy, I don't know. I don't know if we can take the repercussions here. Yeah, I mean, green takes the bonus. It makes sense that red would do the breaking. Black could also do the breaking here. But black would have to break and open the 40 stack to him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, black has to move twice. Black also would have to open that stack pointed back. Yeah, but it's pointed in a more direct fashion to wipe them out. Blue's obviously not breaking. Braidamite there for the US. Just takes an easy take up at the top. So let's send to the end of the turn at least. It froze up. There we go. Don't think black's breaking. He could come here, and break. Could be an interesting move. He does not. Oh boy. Red's got a big stack ready to hit. Oh boy. And there's the break from red of green. What kind of repercussions do we see from that break? The 70 is all but 13. Blue already has 25. Yeah, he's kind of sneakily taken those territories. Okay, green doesn't do anything crazy. No crazy retaliation there. Yeah, everyone going into one big stack because they're preparing their 70 runs. But also, yeah, 31 territories, all but 13. Thank you, Sofa King. But they're also opening up the board by doing that, right? The more you go into one stack, the more you're opening up the 70 run for everybody else. So it's clear what everyone's doing. Notice again, though, their troop count's still not too far apart. Yellow lagging a little bit behind, but really close troop count. That's what you have when you're in a fixed game with no bonuses. Really hard to get a kill. It's most likely is a 10-point gain going to somebody. Or a failed 70 maybe opens up a kill opportunity. You guys think advantage to blue having the 27% sitting here? Is anybody else noticing that? Where their percentage is sitting? Do the other opponents know? That 8 ad is interesting. Again, he's making his run. The 4 comes down. 46 goes up and around. 8 here. 5 up. Coming back through the 16. No, he's going the other way and blocking in his stack. Is that a misclick? Is that what he wanted to do? Feels like that really opens up a potential run from somebody. Green doesn't take the opportunity. Yeah, so red just basically ran through this little line here for some reason, got stuck here, maybe with a misclick, and then fortified back out. He also moved down and up here to take the ones out. So like he was like preemptively taking some territory so he can make a 70 run potentially. Not exactly sure. Nobody really noticing that red's sitting at 31%. I'm guessing blue clips that a little bit. Although he is at 69 troops, which is a smart play, that could be enough. Usually is. The 15 is interesting because he can only get so far with that 15 stack before he runs into a big stack. Not a great pocket to work from. He just clips a couple of red territories here. Takes down that percentage. Does red get to hold that bonus? Doesn't matter a ton, but it could matter having 29% going into his next turn. No, he doesn't keep the bonus. I think red's making his run here. I think the previous turn was to set it up and maybe count. No, he doesn't. Okay, does he push that back out to the 44? He's just kind of slowly grabbing all these territories at the bottom. You can see the stacks here at the bottom he's missing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's got to get all but 13. He just takes one and then blocks himself back in. He's not blocked too badly, though. He can get back out of there easily. Just has a one-way go from that, though. White in trouble because white's at 9% of the board. Gonna be a really tough run. Also sitting at one card. I think white probably needs to take some territories to get just in a better position and to potentially block more of a run. I think the 40 sitting in one spot is going to be too tough to work out of, but we'll see. You think blue almost has it, Joey? Thanks for the raid, Cosmic Cowboy. Welcome everybody. We are in the exciting final stages, potentially, of this game 2 of Group 1 of the Risk World Cup here, playing fixed 70 in the Arctic. It's been a no bonus game. Nobody's been able to hold a bonus, so it's been tough to get a footing or get ahead of anybody. You can see we're all pretty close in troop count here, with people trying to figure out their 70 run. For those of you Raiders that have not seen a World Cup game, the way the points work, you get 10 points for winning, no other placement points, and then 5 points for getting your first bounty, 3 points for your second bounty, and 1 point for each additional bounty. And we've got New Zealand, USA 2, Peru, Saudi Arabia, Venezuela, and Eastern Asia matched up in this one. They've already played game 1 earlier tonight. New Zealand got all 18 points. So everybody here fighting for their positioning. The top 3 teams will move on to quarterfinals, to semifinals. Blue can't figure out his run. Keeps adding down in this pocket because he's planning on taking out this whole pocket, I'm guessing. And then the 8 on the 4. Yeah, the 15 troops on the left, I think, is a mistake, just because they're so blocked in. You gotta go through one of these 2 stacks to get them out. And he kept adding there. He stopped now. But I think if that add would have been to this middle position, he'd have a lot more options. Here goes red. Why? Why? Okay, yep, I'm following you. Not a kill on black, it's a 70 run. But nowhere close. And it calls it. And nowhere close. Red fails the 70. Yeah, not even remotely close. Is that enough for green here? Green gets a little revenge on red? Was there a bounty that green could have picked up here? He gets red, okay. So green gets revenge on red after all of that chaos last game. Looks like Saudi Arabia will get the last laugh here. By the way, Carpo has gotten all of Saudi Arabia's points so far in the tournament, and has won now 3 of his 4 games he's played in. Carpo gets the 70 run for Saudi Arabia. The only points in this group to New Zealand and Saudi Arabia after 2 games. New Zealand sits atop the group with 18, Saudi Arabia in second with 15, everybody else with 0. Let's see if we can get a little post-game combo and talk through strategy. Let's see what everyone has to say. Abuda, who are you rooting for Saudi Arabia? Is that what the let's go is? Yeah, only 2 teams on the board. Pretty interesting going into the next one, fighting for that 3rd spot, huh? Yep. Nope. Wrong one. See who we can talk to here post game. Just 1 second.
And then, oh, no, never mind. Red just feed it again.
Yeah.
What
So
how'd everyone feel about that?
horrible.
Pretty good for myself.
I felt horrible getting 2 4 trades in a row at the end.
2 4 trades in a row? Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
Okay, so Carpo,
Peru,
you get to get
Take a
some
break.
revenge on Peru there.
Yeah. I was worried they might go after me, but he didn't. So
I was expecting I was expecting
Yeah.
him to go for that kill.
yeah, I was looking at it like, how can I prevent it? How can I? But thank God he didn't.
Yeah. Of course, you did go for the early bonus again. I guess not early. It was like turn 6 or something.
Yeah, but I was expecting to get broken, and I
Yeah.
was like, if I get, I would leave him first thing first. I would leave him away to break me.
Right.
Second, if I get broken, I wouldn't like try to go for it again because that would be a waste of troops.
Right.
It was just like, yeah, if you guys leave me, I would be thankful, but if you didn't, it's all right.
Gotcha. Bradamite, any thoughts there on anything could have been played differently?
By me, no. By others, astoundingly so.
So you were
Bradamite.
upset with the way Red played it, I'm assuming.
I mean, if you want my honest opinion, I think that Peru fed both games, game 1 and game 2, and it's kind of pissing me off.
Gotcha. I mean,
It
clearly
is what it is. I
clearly
mean,
game 1.
right, and I think game 2 for sure. I have no idea what they were doing.
Yeah, there wasn't really a 70
But-
run there, right?
No,
Not
there,
even
there was
close.
nothing close.
Yeah.
So the unfortunate not being next to them in position.
Yeah.
The best we could have done was just played our best game, and it just so happened that people did what they did, and that's that.
Was
Hopefully we can come back and
there
win
an
two.
upcoming strategy for a 70 run for you guys, or were you thinking it was going to go longer?
Yeah, we've been talking about it for 2 turns, and we had it for 1 turn, I think, but then people were moving around with big stacks, so it changed. But we were
Yellow moved to 20.
probably about to in a turn or 2.
Gotcha.
Yeah, yellow moved his 20 stack up, and that kind of prevented us from
we
getting
moved
out
Yeah.
from the top.
10 stack.
Yeah.
If not for that, I think we had it.
Yeah,
Would've been
We
close,
had it
but
with,
it was
another
right there.
stat. Yeah,
yeah, we thought it was a good block
That's why
move there
we
by
did-
Venezuela.
it was great.
Yeah.
I applaud them for that.
Yeah, it made sense.
I just I hope game 3 isn't fed again. So
Yeah.
Well,
We'll
at least
hope.
not anyone but us.
Is that yellow NSA?
Hey, I'm gonna bring
I'm confused.
I'm gonna bring Katu to the chat. If you have any questions, let me know. He doesn't speak English, so
Sure.
I can translate for him.
Sure.
And it would be nice if you guys can actually talk to him
Sure.
now. Ask any questions that you may have now.
It's great. As soon as you bring him in, we'll try.
He is. Hola, Katu.
Hola.
Ask him, Harlow, if he thought he had a 70 run, a realistic 70 run.
Katu, ¿ustedes pensaron que realmente tenían una corrida de 70%, realísticamente hablando?
Sí, pero me quitó muchas tropas.
Yeah, but he lost so many troops.
Just bad rolls.
Simplemente
No.
I didn't
malos
really see
dados.
bad rolls.
That was more than bad
es que
rolls.
estaba-
That was bad
era,
decisions.
era mucha probabilidad de perder, pero ya era todo nada más.
Dijo que he said that there was a lot of probability of losing, but it was all or nothing.
Okay. You guys got other questions
Clearly.
for him?
I do. Why?
Go ahead.
¿Por qué Perú? ¿Por qué?
Why
Los dos
Peru?
juegos.
Why? Both games.
No,
Like, honestly, I feel like we had no chance either the first one or this game. Like we were literally too far from the turn of red or Peru in both games. Like nothing to
Yeah.
do. Like
We agree.
there's so many people in between. Like so many people in between for us to be able to do something.
Está diciendo que él entiende que había mucha distancia y era muy difícil ir por los otros jugadores. No tuvieron oportunidad de hacerlo.
I can tell him. No, Perú, que está diciendo que en los dos juegos, el turno de ustedes estaba muy separado del nuestro y ustedes después
Oh.
de entregar el juego nunca tuvimos chance de de poder jugar, de poder intentar ganar.
Sí.
Okay. Sorry,
Carlos
that's
just
all.
said the same thing that he said in English previously.
Yeah, sorry, I self-translate.
Perfect. Love it.
Don't worry. That is good. Any questions for Katu?
I think everyone's angry at Peru is the general feeling that I'm getting.
No,
Todo
I'm
el mundo
happy with
está,
him. I'm quite
todo
happy
el
with
mundo
him.
está, todo el mundo está molesto con ustedes, Katu, con Perú, y ese es el sentimiento que hay ahora mismo.
Except New Zealand and Saudi Arabia are actually quite happy with Peru.
Aparte de
Yeah,
Nueva
they're
Zelanda
quite the best.
y Arabia Saudita, que ellos están bastante contentos con ustedes. ¿Qué tú tienes que decir sobre eso, Katu? ¿Algo que quieras decir?
Que ya en la siguiente, ya mi compañero se encargará.
They were
He's
legit
saying that in
bad
the next,
plays. They were bad
he's
plays, and
he's saying that in the next round, his partner will take care of it. He
There you
will be
go.
Feliz.
I mean,
I
you
hope
do
so.
you do have Feliz playing in the third game, who is a very well known competitive risk player. So the other two teammates are less known in competitive risk for sure.
Que tienes en la próxima ronda tienes a Feliz, que es un jugador que es bastante conocido, por lo tanto tienes buenas probabilidades, ya que
Sí, confiamos mucho en él, pues.
I'm very
with
trusty about him.
these maps that you had, going for the 70 without having a bounty lined up before it is a big mistake.
What bounty were you guys lining
I
up,
agree with that.
Crackle or Bradamite? What was your guys' plan kind of for the bounty 70?
We were looking
We were looking
for
at a couple.
Venezuela or New Zealand.
Okay.
Venezuela was
we would've-
working on blue.
We would have
Venezuela
had
kept on getting those
Very
trades.
bad. At least one person lined up bounty me, especially when I hit it on 5 cards twice.
Venezuela and the United States have had a standoff, but the cards were not good for us. So
Well,
we
more than a
discard.
more than a standoff, I would say a dance, because you guys were dancing around each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
It
standoff
seemed like this.
a standoff is what we could see between Peru and Saudi Arabia, because I was expecting that to clash anytime. I was expecting that.
And to blow up. Hey, Carlos.
Yeah.
Carlos, at one point you traded on a 3 trade for 4.
Yes, because I think if we were not the lowest, I think we were second lowest in troops, and I had already three entry, and I was worried about having 5 cards, because obviously to try to get a better trade I will have to wait 5 cards, and having the least amount of troops and having some crazy players. I was trying to be not
Okay.
too.
So you were a little paranoid about being too juicy of a fish there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was getting, my trades were really low, but then I started seeing after I 3-4, I saw the other people were 3-4, and then I was comfortable. Okay, we can stay a little longer, but yeah, I was planning a little bit on the longer run. I was hoping for a kill.
You guys, I don't think you guys, did you guys even make it to 4 cards ever? I think you traded on 3 almost every time.
One time, I think one time we got 4 cards. But yes,
we kept on lining it up, and then there's the trade,
really.
just enough to
that
survive.
was the other thing. We were with blue, right? Both of us were, the stacks were looking at each other the whole time.
Kept pointing at each other.
And it was, they kept pointing at each other. So I was like, okay, if I'm pretty sure we have 5 cards and they trade on like in 10, they will try to get us, because we were trying to get them. So
yeah, well, like Carlos said, we were, we had a nice little dance going, and then Peru came in like a drunk uncle at the wedding and ruined the dance floor.
yeah.
Question for Blue. Question for the team, for Team USA. It's 2 questions. Number 1, at the beginning, were you trying to get that bonus of Western Russia? Because I thought you were trying to, but Red didn't let you. And the
No,
second
we were
question.
more trying to block Red, I think.
Okay.
Well, we had thought about it, like if once Red moved out of the I don't know what territory that is. I mean, it looks kind of like Ukraine, but in the middle of the eastern side, when they moved to the left, when we took that, we were kind of thinking, okay, well maybe we can move Red out, but both Green and Red continue to stack below, so we were like, we don't really need it. But it crossed our minds.
There was also,
when you,
real quick, Harlow, there was also a green 3 stack sitting over there that we kept wondering if you guys were going to clip that off of there because that was green's only exterior on the board. Was the thought that
We
if we
didn't.
take that out, it feeds them?
We thought that if we took that out, Peru would go ham,
Okay.
and we didn't want that to happen.
Okay.
Um, uh, Blue, another question regarding the bonus.
I'm kind of surprised that red broke green right there.
I think that was
Uh,
actually the smartest play they made
It's
the
a
whole
red
game.
play.
You weren't
Well,
expecting
yeah.
the break, the
Yeah, I thought
all-consuming?
that was like, oh, great. I thought he was gonna hold that for a minute. Yeah, I was hoping someone was gonna break him, but I was not expecting. After
all
what Red
consuming.
was doing, I was like, yes, he
Yeah.
finally did something good.
I have to commend you on your standing firm on no bonus. That was well played.
Yeah, no one's gonna, yeah. Then I had to move out.
Well, yes. I mean, there's always a threat, but
Yeah,
you can always just
it
step
was
back
good.
in. I mean, you can't guard every side,
Right? Yeah, exactly.
so
Blue,
Yeah,
in that,
exactly. I mean, I'm glad someone else like stepped up and
yeah, and that's part of it. It does
his
take some
break.
multi-layer teamwork
Yeah,
to send a message.
yeah, that's true. It's
Blue,
like no one's
that
gonna
play.
get a
Y'all
bonus
did
this
it.
time.
So, Brady
Braydon,
Mike, I told you
Braydon,
it was going to be a no bonus game.
No,
uh, well,
I had
the-
my eyes open.
Braydon might in that last turn before that very last turn, you added a lot of troops to the bottom to your bottom stack. Were you thinking about going for black? Because I seriously think you had a nice line on black. Were you thinking about
Yeah,
it?
yeah. We
I was
had
really surprised when I didn't get killed there.
well, we had thought we had been going back and forth between either killing yellow or black. Yellow kept setting on 3, so we could never do that. But black had one extra position that I could go for, but the rules would have been so tight that I don't know. We didn't really want to risk it unless it was clearer, basically. Which is that, and that's when we started to calculate 70 lines because we were like, well, the troop count keeps getting bigger. Maybe the 70 is the way to go. But
Yeah.
it was,
I
how the game.
I have a question. Um, I don't know if you saw we move the 20 that I have taken out, like it was next to you, and I put it back because I was thinking you might want to go for a 70 because I was thinking the same thing, maybe going for a 70, and then I realized you can come out from that 15 I think you had on top. You can come out from
Yeah.
there, so I put a 20. Did, did it work? Like to discourage
It did
the
work.
70%? Okay.
It did work. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
was like,
That's 5 or 6 territories that stack would have been able
yeah,
to take that now we couldn't.
I was like, man, it's kind of defensive because it kind of. I was trying to use more of that for attacking, but I had to put it back because I'm like, oh, I'm making it too easy for. Obviously, I was focused on the
You
ones
played
next to
very
me.
well. You played
But,
very
Yeah,
well.
I did mention I did mention that in my side of the stream in Spanish that you have that 20 there like kind of blocking blue, but it also kind of block yourself because both of your stack in the northern part of the map, both of them could only go one way.
I mean, I was planning my backup plan was okay. If I get a trade, maybe I could go for white. There was I had the kind of the kill guard on white on the top, and then I was planning to go like with that 20 go around it. It was going to be super crazy, but that was like okay, maybe that stack on the top right can do something. But yeah, it was again didn't have time for much. Just keep trading early because
Well, White had an interesting play with the 2 position, really large stacks, and I think people spread out so much that it made it impossible to kill them.
Yeah, the all-consuming. You want to walk us through your 2-stack plan there?
Yeah, I kind of was guessing that we're not gonna get bonuses, so I wanted to be in a spot where I can make kills at the right time. And we were thinking about black for a minute and blue, but blue traded in on 5, so it was really too tight to do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, because trading
Kind of
in
like
on 5
progressive,
never
I guess. You know
happens,
what I mean?
right?
Little bit of a progressive game, I guess.
Yeah, and I think Crackle's mentioning a good point that the 2 stacks, when everyone else was in 4 or 5 stacks, made it to where they couldn't kill you because they didn't have enough troops in one spot. They would have had to double tap or triple tap to take out one of your stacks.
Yeah, yellow was there, black was under, and blue, and then 40 was kind of in the board.
Now,
And then red went ham.
At the beginning of the game, white, blue, and well, it was red, but white, blue, and black. Any one of you could have gotten that Eastern Russia bonus because even though it's four territories, the Kaliningrad territory was a blizzard, which means that any one of you could have gotten that one. And for a moment there, I thought blue was going to do so. Uh, any one of you thought about getting that bonus?
I didn't think about it at all personally. If Red, I think it was, had moved out of the Scandinavia one, I actually could have just sat there and just seen if anyone let me hold it.
Yeah.
By the time it came to the first USA turn, I think it was kind of clear on the board that nobody was really going to get a bonus, so we didn't want to hit more troops than we would have had to get the bonus and just lose it anyway.
Yeah. So we've got 4 teams on 0 points going into game 3. The top 3 teams make it through to quarterfinals, but the 4th place team will also get a chance in a winner-take-all playoff. How did your guys' strategy work for your team going into game 3?
That's a tough one.
Well,
Yeah.
I would like to be after Red.
Just
If we
make
can
sure
be
you're in
after
turn
Red.
order.
I
Turn
know,
order
I
after
know,
Peru.
exactly.
Okay.
Well. Are
Wait,
you
wait, wait,
sure?
wait,
I'm kidding. I know
wait,
Felix.
No.
is going-
Exactly.
I know
Remember that
Felix is playing. It's not the same thing, but I'm just saying from these 2 games, that's a strategy.
Sure.
It's coming after.
Sure.
Yeah.
But even in my game, Phillips was fed like it was, I believe, the seeding round.
That he was fed?
No, he fed.
Yes.
I remember him attacking someone. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it happens to everyone.
I have a question to White. There was a moment it was my turn, and he was saying good game and doing like that messed up with me. I'm like, what? Like, am I missing something? Like, should I kill him? Like, and then I'm like,
No.
obviously, like
No,
I didn't see. I'm like, why is he saying this? And I'm like, okay, anyway.
It's over.
I think he skipped the
Yeah.
card, right?
I accidentally misclicked on I skipped a card right there. I'm like, damn, no.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay,
it really didn't matter because red just went for it.
Okay,
right
that was
after
right
me,
before.
right after
Yeah.
I did that. So
Yeah. We all kind of
It's very
scrapped
obvious
it.
I was like, oh, it
setting
doesn't matter anymore.
it was very obvious he was setting up to run because he took a bunch of extra territories and spent time, rolling some 3s out. So really, what y'all should have done is
I'm like, what is he doing?
taking some of that back, and that was it. And then he wouldn't have a run.
What happens next round if
Yeah,
there's
that's a good
3
one.
teams still on 0? How does the 4th place finisher work there?
Yeah, we'll do a random draw of those 3 teams to get a 4th place finisher.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, if you already have like United States there 3 times, like.
Yeah, they don't need another. That's a good point.
They don't need more spots.
I think that's a good point.
It's cool. We'll just win it. We're playing to win.
Yeah, absolutely thrilled with
There you
hearing
go.
that.
There you go.
We didn't fight through 91 people to get here.
Yeah.
That's
true. There you go.
I mean, a really good chance that a bounty in game 3 gets you in either that 3rd or 4th spot, right? So.
Is that
We'll
considered
see
like
how
a
the
wild
spawns
card,
look
Mitch?
in turn
Like
order.
if you
We'll go
do
from there.
really well.
Say that again.
So if you do really well in your last game, like for our team, like 8 points or something like that, with that, and another team does that, like how last week that happened to us.
Kind of. We're doing a little
Does
different
that
this
be
week.
considered
So
like
so last week we had the highest placing 4th place teams, but this week's it's all 4 of the 4th place teams will play in a winner take all one game on Monday for the final spot.
Oh, okay,
Mitch, do you
cool.
need
Thank
more
you.
maps from me? I'm not sure if
I put the 1 game playoff map up today. Yeah, the playoff map is up in settings.
aside from that, but I mean, like, do you need more maps from me? I don't know.
We've just got
he went
finals
out.
left to set. No, I have the options from you. Yep. They're just not set yet.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right, you guys got anything else?
All right. No, that's it.
Good game,
Nope.
everybody. Hopefully you don't have
Please have a
nightmares
good
about
night.
Peru and Red from here on
Good
out.
day, whatever. Yeah.
Peru.
We'll see you guys in less than 24 hours for Game 3. So see you guys tomorrow.
Okay.
Awesome.
See
Looking
you guys.
forward to it.
All right, that's it for Group 1, Game 2. We've got a quick 7-hour turnaround here before tomorrow morning in the U.S.'s game, Group 2, Game 1, coming up here in 7 hours. So we'll see you guys in the morning. If you are looking for more standings and schedules of upcoming Risk World Cup games, you can go to riskworldcup.com. You can check us out on Twitter or Instagram at Risk World Cup. I'm at Mitch on Risk, streaming live on Twitch, posting my Risk videos on YouTube to help you get better at the game of Risk. If you've enjoyed this content, please like, follow, and subscribe. Not only me, but any of our broadcasters that do such an awesome job. You get to see a bunch of them tomorrow. With Speedster and Hot Buns helping me out broadcast some of those games. So make sure you're following, liking, and subscribing them also. Until next time, everybody, I'm at Mitch on Risk, and may your dice be nice. See you guys.